And so if your MQL to SQL conversion rate is, 10%, you definitely need to look at your alignment, because it seems like marketing is engaging with people you don't want to talk to, or your sales team doesn't want to talk to. And so that is something that I think is critical.
Let's talk about metrics, I guess, for a second. Like, can you measure, are there metrics that can help you understand if you have good sales and marketing alignment? And when I first came up with this question, I actually was like, I don't think so. But then when we met and talked a little bit, you guys opened me up, and I think there really are. So Olivier, I know you think about this a little bit. You had something to say, but yeah. Are there metrics that'll like help you understand, are you close or are you, far apart with your counterparts?
Well, to me, the number one thing I'd look at is MQL to SQL conversion rate, right? Because marketing is being measured on MQLs, and the sales team is looking at how can I convert SQLs into opportunities. And so if your MQL to SQL conversion rate is, 10%, you definitely need to look at your alignment, because it seems like marketing is engaging with people you don't want to talk to, or your sales team doesn't want to talk to. And so that is something that I think is critical. And so here we focus a lot on that, right? We definitely want to be above 50% from an MQL to SQL conversion rate, because, that means that we're effective at engaging with the proper audience with the right message.
Yeah, I was going to say conversion. I mean, and we look at in kind of on the sales side, you look at conversion actually in multiple places. Certainly the MQL to SQL, but then does it convert into an opportunity revenue? So we want to look at every junction point and look at conversion, but it absolutely starts with the MQL to SQL. That's the first and needs to be strong. And then as you go through the life cycle, we had meetings we called anatomy of a lead. But if you look at the life cycle of that, those different conversion points, does it convert to an opportunity? Does that convert into bookings and revenue?
Nice. So I'm just going to prove that Amy and I completely agree, because I wrote the MQL, SQL, sorry, my camera. Absolutely 100% all the way through revenue, because you don't want to get a false indicator of a strong SQL to opportunity conversion, but then all those opportunities don't convert actually to revenue. And so you can go back and look at your lead sources and figure out why. Because, sometimes that happens where, sales reps and SDRs have great relationships, so they accept things that they know may not be high quality, or they need pipelines. They add it even though it's not high quality pipeline. So let's just make sure we're not, the system's not fooling us. But the other thing that I would, if you're running an account-based strategy, that's also as another indicator. So what you just described absolutely is correct. But in an account-based world, what we also want to see is our coverage ratios and opportunities on tiers. So I'm looking at tier 1, tier 2, tier 3 accounts, however you segment them out. And do we have coverage and engagement on those accounts, and how many opportunities are open in the tiers? It also shows us where some maybe low-hanging opportunities are. If we have high engagement on accounts with yet no conversion to opportunity. And so we can go look at those accounts, not just the metrics across the board, but we can get account specific and figure out what's going on in specific accounts. So that would be another shared dashboard that you could build. Like, for instance, for our tier 1 accounts, we have 150, we've got 100% coverage, meaning all 150 accounts are engaged in marketing programs. And then we have 60%, 68% have open opportunities. So I'm good with that. That's a good conversion rate. Now let's look at tier 2s. Why don't I have that many opportunities, and start to attack that?
Yeah. Makes sense.
I had a question for Sydney. So when you came up with your MQL scoring, did you talk to anybody on the sales side about that? Or is that something that you guys work together on the marketing front?
We don't do MQLs. So,
okay. How do you guys operate?
So we have engaged and qualified. And so engaged stay in is kind of warm accounts. And our outbounders can go in and pick them. We're working on making that more efficient right now. Our qualified opportunities are all what I would call hot leads. So they're just pricing requests and demo requests. And right now that conversion rate's like at 57%. and generates 67% of net new business. So I want to continue to kind of dial up that conversion rate on the inbound. But I think it's still like something, Olivier, we could actually do better. So I say that we don't have it, but I still think that getting people to understand what other outside of the hot leads are coming through, like what else. I'm like, there's things there we're not yet working. Like, how can we be more efficient and effective on working more of the engaged accounts?